Welcome back, YouTubers, to yet another Q&A with me, Mr. Parkin, and this guy sitting next to me, he's an honorary member of D-Generation X. It's none other than NJ, people.
What's up?
And of course, we're well known as the British Fist.
Catching!
Although soon this YouTube channel could be a porn site, couldn't it? If we sell the rights to some porn company that want the name British Fist.
They could indeed. And by the way, people, once you go green, as they say, you never go blue.
And they do say that, and also they say if you go porn. Okay. Q&A 184, yeah. Renegade, if you want any questions, put them in the comments section down there where our crutches are, because we're trying to advertise to some porn website to come in and buy our channel. Renegade Man 83, do you think the YWC and IWC overrate indie wrestlers? I think this question was set up for us to say yes.
No.
You don't think they do?
That's it, I'm going to go against
it. Yeah, I totally agree. No, I don't think the IWC or IWC overrate indie wrestlers at all.
No, CM Punk, Daniel Bryan, Austin Aries.
I mean, you've seen where CM Punk and Daniel Bryan are top guys in the WWE. I mean, Cesaro should be in the main event.
Yeah, obviously.
I mean, Austin Aries should have moved to WWE already and be a top guy selling merch way bigger than John Cena. I mean, you look at other guys like, the Young Bucks. What a great tag team they are. Full of spot monkeys, no psychology, no storytelling. They should be the top tag team in the WWE.
Would be entertaining. We'll bet use those.
Yeah. Adam Cole would be the top heel in WWE. Easy. Fucking easy. So no, I don't think IWC or YWC overrate indie wrestlers one bit.
No, and all this, you know, doing porn stuff to these indie wrestlers is really understandable.
What?
You know, when they go,
all we need now is Marcus Smart to come into the room.
Come in!
He's not going to, is he? Because he's all the way in fucking Virginia. Is there a difference between MMA fans and wrestling fans? Yes. MMA fans think wrestling is fake. Wrestling fans think MMA is barbaric. If Vince McMahon does. But I think there are some fans that are MMA and wrestling fans, but I think generally MMA fans, if they just like MMA, just don't like wrestling because of I think because it's more of a fine art and it's more of a storytelling thing, whereas I think a lot of MMA fans just love a fight.
And it's sad because they bring in MMA fighters to the wrestling company, like Brock Lesnar in the WWE and that guy into TNA, and you expect there to be MMA-style matches, and obviously, they have to keep to the wrestling rules. So I think you can see the difference from what Brock Lesnar did in the cages to what he's having to do now.
What would happen if Triple H never married Stephanie?
Son of
a... Stephanie McMahon probably would have married Test.
And she would have never got pregnant with all those kids.
Yeah, with all those girls. Triple H can't have a boy. I don't really know. I mean, obviously, I don't think Triple H would be in a position he is in now.
Son of a...
I don't think he'd be opening every single fucking show and have power in the business, but I think he would definitely have still been a big player because he is, of course, a good talent. He definitely would have been a big player. He just wouldn't have been pushed as much, you know, as he was in the early 2000s.
I think again it is a bit questionable because obviously it's not the case, but I still think he would have still got his way to the top, and it's been admitted in a few cases that it did bring him to the place where he should be, but I still think storylines and Mick Foley would have still helped him to get up there.
Do you think Eric Rowan could be a bigger star than Luke Harper, the internet darling, seeing that they are in need for monster heels? He's not that bad in the ring and he's miles ahead of Carly when it comes to wrestling ability. I can't see Eric Rowan being a bigger star than Luke Harper. I think Luke Harper just has a bit more to him, and I think Eric Rowan's current gimmick he's got right now, last time I saw him it was, where's Renee Young? So,
Well, Eric Rowan's meant to have a really high IQ to make him a freaking genius, but I think that's more to make people think he's awesome. I think, to be honest, he'll have an okay run, like he's going against the Big Show, which is a dominating kind of feud.
Oh, yeah, in a steel stairs match.
But I think Luke Harper is the one who's better in the ring and better in the mic and has more of a...
presence.
Yes.
I think that's the word you were looking for, wasn't it?
Good
more of a presence.
Yes,
totally agree with you there. Ryback and Kane in a chairs match. I wonder why people ain't watching TLC. It's like the Lex Man said, people. If there's ever a time to take a break from WWE, it's now. If all you're going to do is moan about it, take a break. Tim Crace, have a Kit Kat. Do you think that TNA are going to sign Alberto Del Rio?
Yes.
It wouldn't surprise me. I mean, so apparently Lucha Underground are going to sign Del Rio as well. And they're going to have a working relationship with TNA. I don't know.
Well, there's been an old report. I'm pretty sure it's still going to be the case because it's TNA. Alberto Del Rio was offered, if you join, you'll be granted the world champion or some form of match to go for it. And it's just a cheap way to get him in. And plus, if Alberto Del Rio goes there, it's still good because Alberto Del Rio is sticking to what he wants to be in.
Who do you think is going to be on Team Cena at Survivor Series? Oh, let's guess. Let's guess. Cena?
No, he can't be in Team Cena.
He might be on the outside of the ring. Cena? Big Show?
Oh, yes.
He'll be on there.
He'd have to be.
Right, because he's going to do it like a big turn.
No, I don't think he is.
Ryback, because they need someone to eliminate first. Dolph Ziggler?
Oh, can't have to.
Because he's part of the Luke Harper storyline. And then finally, big surprise, Eric Rowan? That's the team. Yeah.
Yeah, I guess that could be.
Yeah. I mean, that's a total guess. I mean, we didn't watch Survivor Series. I didn't watch Survivor Series.
It's not been on yet.
It's not been. Oh, right. Okay. Well,
we took a guess already.
Oh, we took a guess. Well done. This was recorded before Survivor Series, wasn't it?
It was, yeah. Yeah, what are you doing?
What Survivor Series? RFV089. Has there ever been a wrestler where at first you thought he wasn't very good and was overrated, but as you started to watch the guy, you began to liken him as a character and as an in-ring general?
Fandango? No.
I see where you're going with this. No. I will relate this to Bray Wyatt, because when I first saw Bray Wyatt's character, honestly, I thought it was fucking stupid. And then the more I saw of Bray Wyatt, the more I thought, wow, this is actually an incredibly good character. When I first saw Emma in the WWE, I was thinking, this is such a stupid gimmick. But then it got over, and I was thinking, wow, this is actually a very good gimmick. The same with Bayley. Like, she was just a bland, one-name girl, and now she's one of the most loved wrestlers in NXT. Relating
to Emma, I think when Santina first came in, because at first you could see the build, he came in and just got the win and stuff. Then obviously, where's he going to go? But he went to an okay position. Other guys, the Boogeyman.
You trying to scare our YouTube viewers?
Because he's coming.
We want to try and get some sponsorships here from the British porn industry, NJ. You can't.
Worms could be a thing for some people.
Definitely. Yeah, good point. If you like worms, we're the people. Yeah. Oh God, don't do that. I'm getting really bad images now. God damn. Do you like Orton turning face?
No.
It's going to be boring as fuck. So
it's been reported.
He said he didn't want to turn face.
Vince.
Yeah. He won't get punished for saying that, will he?
Not at all.
Because he's Randy Orton. And he's part of the Breakfast Club.
Sorry, Vince.
The 299. Who do you think are the 10 most famous wrestlers of the last 20 years to non-wrestling fans? Interesting. I mean, obviously, Hogan.
The Rock.
Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Obviously. CM Punk now.
Cena. I don't think Cena would be in the top 10. CM Punk would be in the top 10, personally. Dave Bautista.
No,
because he's done movies and stuff. I think Jericho, because he's doing different things.
Kane, because he went into movies.
The Undertaker, I think, was well known through the casual fans.
Is it just WWE?
It can be any wrestler.
Sting.
I don't know about Sting.
TNA stuff.
Right. Yeah, because that was well known to casual viewers. Maybe. I mean, what about Randy Orton? Because he's been in movies. He's a bit of a household name now.
Triple H. Movies.
Triple H, I suppose you could say. I mean, it's an interesting question. You could look at people like Kevin Nash and Scott Hall, because they were part of the NWO, and like Shawn Michaels and Bret Hart. People knew a lot about them because they were during a time when wrestling was really at its peak.
Ric Flair, obviously.
We could go on with this, but if you have any more, just let us know. What would you? I think the most famous though is either Hogan or The Rock.
The Rock.
One of those two. What would they have done with Reigns at Hell in a Cell if he hadn't have been injured? Well, he'd already beat Seth Rollins the week before, so he probably would have won again.
In Hell in a Cell, would he have faced Cena? No.
Your top 4 main matches for WrestleMania 31. Interesting.
Triple H. I think they're going to go with Triple H Rock.
Not Triple H Sting. Actually, give Sting Bray Wyatt, and then we can say Triple H.
Oh, no, sorry, I'm going to give it Triple. Yeah, Triple H Sting. They teased, and obviously why they didn't follow up then.
So you'd have what? Lesnar, Reigns.
Yeah.
Cena, Rusev.
Great match for him.
I don't know. I don't really know. Ambrose, Rollins, maybe again. Who else is there?
I want to be more excited for WrestleMania, but I just don't see where they're going. Let's say if they can stretch that long, Miz and is stunt double, Damien Sandow.
Right, I want to save this question for last. We'll go back to that. That'll be a good last question for us, I think. Robert Hernandez, if you were to bring back Stone Cold or HBK for one match, who would it be?
Shawn Michaels never got to face The Rock. There we go.
I think Shawn Michaels, because at least he retired and he was still able to go in the ring and was still part of the WWE in some way, whereas Austin, I just don't think could do much in the ring because of his neck.
I think the only reason Austin would have came back is what the rumours was Punk, so I think he's done. But HBK, yeah, because obviously the dream match against The Rock, that band.
Although you could argue that Stone Cold would be a massive draw.
Obviously, yes.
Probably a bigger draw than Shawn Michaels. I would say, personally. Just because of the amount of time he's been out of the WWE and he hasn't had a match in over 10 years now. It could be argued. Robert Hernandez. When a champion gets hurt or is away from the company after a month, they strip them of the championship, ? Unless your name is Brock Lesnar or Daniel Bryan. Usually they have it so that they have to defend it every 30 days, but they kind of go past that when the story requires it to. I remember TNA have done it.
Injured, yeah.
Yeah. I get Daniel Bryan was hurt, but before it got worse a few months ago, why not keep him champion? Lesnar isn't defending his championship either, so wouldn't he lose the championship? I mean, the Daniel Bryan thing was done for storyline purposes, I think, whereas Brock Lesnar's is just done because they want a special attraction champion.
Daniel Bryan's injury, yes, they didn't know how long it was going to be stretched out for, so I think if they kept him champion, to be honest, without a champion because of his injury, yes, he would have had Titantron interviews or Raw appearances with their belt, but he's not defending it. I think it would be very annoying. So I think with Brock, who could appear up any minute, is more better than Daniel Bryan retaining it.
You could have a new slogan like "Win, no show, repeat." No, sign, no show, repeat.
Oh, that's a good one, yes.
Sign, no show, repeat. RFV089. Do you think that the WWE have the talent to create new stars where Vince McMahon limits their progression?
Silly question. Yes.
I mean, this was talked about in Vince McMahon's interview. I mean, he said that the talent just wasn't what it used to be. But I do think, and I think the Schleg Daddy made a point in one of his videos, the Schleg Daddy. You obviously haven't been watching YouTube much lately. I think he said that Vince McMahon does limit the progression, in a real broad sense, in the sense that it's more of a generational thing, that he just is out of touch.
Podcast time. He mentioned about Cesaro. Hello, Bone. Because Cesaro, the fans are cheering him. You can see his face. He faced big names, put on good matches. But Vince's like, no, he's not ready for this kind of stuff. He's not ready. Because
he's Swiss. Because he's Swiss. Yes, that's right, people. That's what the fucking boss of WWE said. Then why the fuck did you have him? If you were so insistent on saying he was Swiss and he doesn't have the it factor, then why the fuck did you have him win the Andre the Giant Battle Royal when you had other people in there who you obviously would have got behind a lot more? Just saying. I think it's silly. And Vince McMahon is out of touch, and that is limiting people's progression in the WWE, I think. I really do.
He has his favourites, and then the others get their moment, and then give up.
Is the Miz and Sandow tag team the most entertaining characters on TV? I haven't really seen them, but I've been hearing quite good things about them. Go on, you say something now. No, you can't. No, I want to be Mizdow! I want to be Mizdow! No, I want to be Mizdow!
As you can see, yes, they're most entertaining, and I think when they kill it off because they want to feud these two against each other, fans are going to boo it, but obviously it is to hopefully put Damien Sandow over.
Does Santino Marella deserve to be in the WWE Hall of Fame?
Love this question. Love this question.
I don't know. It really depends how you look at it. I mean, he was a one-in-a-kind character. He was with the company for how long? 6? Well, he's still with the company technically, so he's been with them 8 years.
He's gone.
Apparently, he's making a comeback. He might be like the SmackDown GM or something. I don't know, unless I'm spoiling something.
Santino, the Hall of Fame should be treated as a speciality for the well-deserved names. But sorry, the track record of some of the Hall of Fames have been putting in names that you could question, but they're more the celebrity wing than
Coco Beware.
So Santino didn't do anything big, like he wasn't the main champion, but I think he was the most entertaining wrestler for quite some time. But Hall of Fame time, I won't say yes because I'm a Santino fan, but no, because what did he accomplish to be deserved that?
It's a very open-ended question. I don't really have too much of an opinion because it doesn't really matter to me that much. So I'll just leave it. No. Put your Cobra away. As long as you don't have any venom in it, that's fine. Right, so we've got a good sort of 4 minutes now to answer this question here, which I think we could spend a lot of time on. That's Jersey12361. Are you guys done with wrestling? This is a question I think maybe some people want to hear. I think it's obvious to a lot of people that I'm done with Raw and SmackDown and TNA and I'm still doing NXT. It's been very obvious, but I guess the question is, NJ, are you done with wrestling?
For many, many years now, from childhood to now, wrestling has been the one thing that's given me something to look forward to, the entertainment factor, what it's meant to provide wrestling fans. But recently I've stuck by it for as long as I can. It's came to a point now where the entertainment is aimed in one direction instead of the direction where the money's coming in. And obviously if I'm going to continue contributing to pay stuff for the company, this is not the case. Am I done with it? No, because I put out a question for any pay-per-views you want me to review, and that seems to got a popular thing. But for now, wrestling, I just don't know.
It's one of them things where, like, you know, you've been doing it. You've been watching. I know you've been watching Raw and like SmackDown a little bit for ages. You've been watching it since what, 99 or 98 or something. So you've been a devout wrestling fan for that long, and it's like now all of a sudden WWE has just got to the point where it is unwatchable, isn't it? I mean, I bit the dust first. I don't know how long it's been since you've done a Raw review. It's just one of those times, isn't it? It's just like something you enjoy for many, many years is now just all of a sudden turned into something that you despise. That's true, isn't it?
I still want to go to a live show, but to review it, big question mark. And guys, am I done with wrestling? It depends on how you define it, because yes, WrestleMania is probably going to be hot as and entertaining and stuff, but it's the whole year that fans are meant to be paying into, and can it entertain us for a whole year? No.
I mean, simple question: would you buy the WWE Network? Do you think it's worth $9.99 or £6.49 in England?
Stream everything.
You can stream everything. So what's the point? I mean, it's like another part of it isn't the fact that like watching it is a bit of a drag. It's also the fact that, you know, if we want to do a Raw review like and get good viewership for it and therefore earn good money out of it, we'd have to stay up from 1 till 4 in the morning, do a review at like 4:30, upload the video at 5, and then you're in work the next morning at 8 or something. I'm in the work the next morning at midday, and it's too much stress. You know, doing it week on week, and it makes me think, what the fuck is it like for wrestlers traveling every day, every week, going to different arenas, wrestling, etc.?
There's two questions about this. Number one is that even though we're saying how bad wrestling is, they're still getting people wanting to be in their company, which is like, you know how bad it is, people coming in. You know how bad they've treated Cesaro, Miz over the time, Sandow over the time, other names, you can name some, Cody Rhodes, Ted DiBiase if you want to go that far, and wrestlers still coming in, so there must be something that's drawing to them apart from the money, because the wrestling's not as hardcore as it used to be. So yeah, something's still attracting people to come into the company.
I think what it is, NJ, and I've heard a lot of wrestlers talk about this, I think it's the dream of wrestling on the biggest stage, which is WWE. It's one of those things where if you're an indie wrestler, your goal is ultimately to wrestle for the biggest company and earn the most money.
For 4 months and then they give up.
Perhaps, but at least they can say they've gone and tried it and done it. And if you haven't gone and tried and done something, then that's probably going to be one of the biggest regrets of all time for yourself. So that's why I think we're still getting wrestlers in the company, because they're just there. It's a dream they have, and they really want to follow that dream and really want to see what they can do. I think that's the only reason why people really get into WWE now.
And I want
and
to
the
ask,
money.
money, obviously. I want to ask one more question because of the way we've been speaking right now could lead to another question. So I'm going to ask one more to both of us. The British Fist, many, many great years.
That porn YouTube site.
No, this is serious now. So we're talking about ending on the good
Oh,
side.
okay, right.
This is serious. We've been doing this for many, many years, and hopefully you've stuck by us and we've entertained you. But are we coming to an end?
Well, we shouldn't answer this here. I think what we will do is, if we do decide to end, we'll make sure people know, and we will act accordingly. And that is how I'm going to end that. You will know if we do end. You'll know about it. So don't start getting your tissues out and start crying just yet, people. If you have any comments on this video or any questions you would like to ask us, please put them in that comment section below. And from me, Mr. Parkin, and Mr. D-Generation X MJ,
Catching.
we say goodbye for now.